So you're going on a cruise, and the second you start planning, one big question always pops up. Should you get the drink package? Whether you're a seasoned cruiser or sailing for the first time, understanding how cruise drink packages work can seriously impact your vacation, your enjoyment, and your wallet. Today, we're going deep. Everything from prices, what's included, the fine print, secret loopholes, real-world comparisons, and whether it's actually worth the money for you. Let's start with the basics. What is a cruise drink package, and why does every cruise line push it so hard? Essentially, a drink package is your all-you-can-drink pass. You pay a flat rate per day, and then you get to order drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, without worrying about the bill. It simplifies things and adds that all-inclusive feel. But not all drink packages are created equal. Some include sodas, specialty coffees, bottled water, smoothies, and milkshakes. Others focus entirely on alcohol, and then there are bundled packages that do both. Now, the price. For most mainstream cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, and MSC, the alcoholic drink package typically runs anywhere from $55 to $100 per person per day, depending on when you book and what's included. Non-alcoholic packages, those covering soda, juices, bottled water, and mocktails, usually cost between $10 and $20 per day. Some lines charge gratuity up front, others sneak it in later. So always read the fine print. Royal Caribbean has something called the Deluxe Beverage Package, which is their full alcohol package. It includes cocktails, beer, wine, soda, bottled water, specialty coffee, and even fresh squeezed juice. But here's the catch. Everyone in your cabin who is of drinking age usually has to get it too. Why? To prevent sharing. That means if one of you wants the package and the other doesn't, you might have to call and ask for an exception. They sometimes allow it if the other person buys a non-alcoholic package. Now, Carnival does things a little differently. Their Cheers package caps the number of alcoholic drinks at 15 per day, which is still a lot, but it's worth knowing. After 15, you can still get non-alcoholic drinks, but no more booze. They also include energy drinks, specialty coffee, and milkshakes at some of their venues, like the Java Blue Cafe. Norwegian is known for including the drink package as a free-at-sea perk. But here's what many people don't realize. It's not really free. You still have to pay gratuity on the package, even if it's a perk. So, for example, if the drink package costs $99 a day and gratuity is 20%, you could end up paying $19.80 per person per day for something you thought was included. So before you accept that free perk, understand what you're really signing up for. Let's talk about value. The biggest question most people have is, will I actually get my money's worth? So let's break it down. If your drink package costs $80 per day and cocktails average $12, you'd have to drink about 7 alcoholic drinks per day to break even. That might sound easy, but keep in mind that on port days, you may not be drinking all day, or you may not want to drink that much every day for an entire week. Add in a few mocktails, sodas, and coffees, and you'll come closer, but it still depends on your habits. If you don't drink alcohol at all, some of the non-alcoholic packages might still be worth it. Think about this. Bottled water on cruise ships can cost $3 or more each. Soda, around $3.50 to $5 per glass. Specialty coffees, around $5 to $7 each. That adds up quickly, especially if you're someone who likes a few cups of coffee in the morning and a few sodas or bottled waters by the pool. Let's dive into the fine print. And this is where cruise lines like to get tricky. First off, not all drinks are included. Many packages have a price cap. For example, Royal Caribbean caps individual drinks at $14. If you want a top-shelf whiskey or a fancy cocktail that costs more than that, you'll be charged the difference. And the 18 to 20% gratuity still applies to that overage. Norwegian's package has a $15 cap. MSC caps it lower, often around $12 depending on the sailing. Also, most packages don't include drinks from room service or from your minibar. That's a surprise to a lot of people. So if you're used to grabbing a bottle of wine and sipping it on your balcony from your cabin's fridge, that may cost you extra, even if you have the package. Another thing, if you go to Starbucks on board, yeah, most cruise lines exclude branded outlets like Starbucks or Ben & Jerry's, so that Frappuccino may not be covered even if you have the top-tier drink package. And here's something that trips people up. Sharing is strictly forbidden. Some cruise lines have gone so far as to cancel drink packages if they suspect you're sharing. Bartenders are trained to spot this, so even if it seems like a small thing like ordering 2 drinks at once, many cruise lines won't let you unless you're double fisting for yourself. Carnival is especially strict about this. Alright, let's get into some tips and cruise hacks to make the most out of your drink package. First, always pre-purchase the drink package before your cruise if you're going to get it. Cruise lines almost always offer a discount if you buy in advance. Waiting until you're on board? You could pay full price, which adds up quickly over a 7-day cruise. Second, watch for sales. Royal Caribbean in particular runs sales all the time. Around holidays, Black Friday, or even a few weeks before your cruise, they might offer 30% off drink packages. Set a price alert in your cruise planner, and you can modify or cancel and repurchase at the lower rate if a better deal pops up. Third, if you're only planning on drinking a little, consider skipping the package altogether and just buying drinks a la carte. Some cruisers find that buying a drink here and there actually ends up being cheaper, especially when you're spending time in port or on excursions where you're not drinking. Fourth tip, use your drink package smartly. Don't burn through 4 drinks before noon and then nap through half the afternoon. Spread it out. Start with a specialty coffee in the morning, a mimosa at brunch, a cocktail by the pool, and wine with dinner. That helps you get your value without feeling like you're drinking just for the sake of it. Fifth, don't forget about the hidden gems that are included. Some cruise lines have bars that offer unique drinks not available elsewhere on the ship. Royal Caribbean has the Bionic Bar, Carnival has Alchemy Bar. These spots often feature craft cocktails that feel like more of a splurge, helping you get more value per drink. Sixth tip, plan around sea days. Sea days are when you're most likely to use the drink package to its full value. Use port days to hydrate and recover, or to try the local drinks off the ship. Don't feel like you have to drink every day just to make the package worth it. Seventh, split the package. Some cruise lines let you purchase the package for only part of your cruise. For example, on some MSC sailings, you can get the package just for sea days. If you don't want to drink during port visits, this can be a great compromise. You'll need to check with your cruise line, but it's a helpful question to ask. Eighth, watch out for limited menus. Not every bar on the ship offers the same drinks. Some bars have special cocktail menus that aren't covered by your package. Ask to see the menu before you order so you don't get hit with a surprise charge. Ninth, if you're on a repositioning cruise or a transatlantic sailing, drink packages may be more valuable since there are more sea days than usual. This could be one of the few times it absolutely makes sense to buy it. 10th, when in doubt, ask. Talk to a bartender or a crew member about what's included and what isn't. They know the rules better than anyone and can help you avoid charges you didn't expect. Now, what if you're cruising with kids or teens? Most cruise lines require every person in a stateroom to purchase the same package if one person buys it. But in some cases, they'll allow kids or non-drinkers to purchase a non-alcoholic version instead. You'll often need to call the cruise line to set this up. It's not always available online. Here's a big one. Don't assume drink packages work at private islands. Royal Caribbean's drink package works at Coco Cay, but Carnival's doesn't work at Half Moon Cay. Always check before you go so you're not surprised by a big bar tab after a beach day. Let's quickly touch on luxury lines like Celebrity, Princess, and Holland America. These cruise lines often include beverage packages as part of their all-inclusive rates, especially if you're in a suite. But again, gratuity and limits still apply. Luxury doesn't mean unlimited. And here's one more hack before we wrap up. If you're booking multiple cruises or sailing with loyalty status, some cruise lines offer discounts or even free drink packages to returning guests. Royal Caribbean, for instance, gives Diamond members a few free drinks per day without needing a package. That could be all you need. Finally, is it ever worth it to buy the drink package just for peace of mind? The answer is, it depends. For some people, knowing you can order a drink anytime without thinking about the price is a huge stress reliever. If you're on vacation to truly unwind, that's worth something too. But for others who drink sparingly or plan to be off the ship a lot, it may not make financial sense. So here's what I'd recommend. Track your drinking habits for a few days at home. Coffee, water, cocktails, soda, and see how much you'd really use the package. That gives you a realistic idea of whether it's a good investment for you. At the end of the day, cruise drink packages aren't good or bad. They're just tools. The more you know about how they work, the better you can use them to enhance your vacation without overspending. If you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more cruise tips, tricks, and hacks. Let me know in the comments. Do you always get the drink package, or do you prefer to cruise without it? I'd love to hear how you make it work. And until next time, happy cruising, and cheers to smarter sipping on the seas.